G'day folks, welcome to Top Split TV. Doing something a little different today. Going to take after my new Japanese friend Kawabe-san, who does some race replays. I don't normally do it. I was going to stream, or I did stream some stuff this week, but I didn't stream this race. It was the warm-up race for Sunday Night Lights, and there was a bunch of us in there from the community. Mr. Ben Snell on pole, myself, Russell Clark behind us. I was in a Milo sandwich. Sam Devantier and Håkon Grebstad, the two Speedy Snails drivers. And then Kawabe-san himself in P7. Got Beatty, the other Team Milo driver there. Mitch McLeod. We've got a few that I haven't really raced before. Great to see Luke Whitten back in there. Starting out of 14th. Daniele Forgiorini, the Italian driver. So there's a few in there. 10 laps around Bathurst. It was great fun. And I thought I'd share cockpit view and see what I can do about adding the TV style over the top. But let's get underway and see how we go. So we're away. Excuse me. And I've been having a lot of fun at Bathurst this week. And that's what Bathurst's all about, really. Getting in there and having some fun. So Ben and I got away okay here, and as you do, starting in P2, if you get a good run out of Hill Corner there, you want to draft a past. Now, Ben, Russell in P3, Sam and Håkon and I, the five of us, we were all in Discord for this race, and it's one of the reasons that I posted this one up. Was because we were just having a blast, and it's a shame. I really wish I'd streamed it because we were just having a great laugh. One of the best times I've had racing in a long time. So I thought, the race was good. There was some tactics, there was some good racing, and I just had fun with my mates. So it was really good. We're on the run up over the top now. Of course, here. This week, it's funny, the build in the skips has changed, and you can run this section flat. You couldn't used to through that last one that we're filming in the Skyline. You couldn't go flat. Now the funny thing is, I'm not tempted when you're leading to run into fifth gear. Just let it top out in fourth, and that's good enough. See, Ben and I are tight here, which is good. Now behind us here. Get a good exit there. Look at the mirrors, you can see. Oh, Russell's had a major one. He's taken out Beatty as well. The two of them, the two Milo drivers are gone. And at this stage, Van and I have got I've got 1.7, so it's about 1.4 second gap over Sam Devantier behind us with his Speedy Snails teammate behind. So at this point I'm thinking, Ben and I are away. Ben's a little bit wide there, that's okay. Breaks into the chase. He's missed the apex by a mile, and I'm over the radio at this point. Ben, come on! This is our chance already. We've lost a couple of tenths. And I'm lifting into the final corner here at Murray's. And then the rear of the car's gone again. And now what are we down to? 1.3 seconds, and I'm lifting and getting out of draft. I'm just thinking, we've almost lost it here. So, yeah, it's pretty tight at this point still. We might just get away with it. You never know, we might get away with it. What's the telemetry doing down there? It's only showing battle for first. 1 and 2. There's more than that in the race. As McKellar grabs the lead. Don't understand why it's doing that. Anyway, let's see how we go. So we've got 1.2 seconds. 1.2, 1.3 nearly. And that's enough still. So I'm leading over the top as we go through the cutting. Again, not really my best corner there. Did not get close enough to that inside wall, which is, you really want to be right on that inside wall these days. There's so much grip in these cars now. Now Snell's right on the tail here. We're holding that 1.2 second gap, I think. by the looks. Oh, it's only showing that 2 cars because there's a 5-car battle going on at the moment. Anyway, let's see how we go. Again, let it top out and forth. It could have gone a bit wider there on entry. There we go. Now, you can see they're back in the draft, so they've all popped back up, right? Rebel on the front. Chuck it down to third, then a second. Started taking first gear early to try and get that exit. I said to Kawabe-san to use second. I've been using second all week, and then I decided towards the end of the week that I'd go with first gear. And it helped. So sorry for the bum steer goal. Do what I say, not what I do, apparently. Here again here. And again, we've got about a 1.2 second lead at this stage. Grabber hot on our tail. Ben grabs the apex a bit better this time through the chase. And I was a bit slower, about a 10th off him there. So Grabber's well and truly just got the draft here, I think, at this point. And then lo and behold, the rear of the car goes again. Snell, I'm on the radio, and I'm telling him 2 corners a lap is all he's got to lead. 2 quarters, and we were away. But unfortunately, not to be. You've got Grebo, McLeod, and Devantia joining the party. The top 5 are away here. Kawabe in 6. Kawabe-san is there. Now we're still kind of half thinking we might get away, but no, not going to happen. It's going to be a battle of 5 here. Battle of 5 to see how we go. You can see in the mirrors there. Snell pops back in, chuck it down a couple of gears. Now, I haven't been going all the way out on exit of Griffins there. A lot of people go out to the curb. I just want to get more time by covering less track. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I don't get on the gas early enough. Yeah, no, we're well and truly a pack of 5 now. It's interesting, it's a really interesting pack because you've got Snell, Grebstad and McLeod who are each, when you talk risk versus reward, these guys are all about the risk and the reward. I'm a bit of a plotter when it comes to race tactics, but these guys are right in amongst it because there's no racing across the top of the mountain. It just doesn't happen. No, it's not until you get on the big straights either end. You're really hoping for a mistake. And I'm sorry I had the volume down a bit, but I figured that out now. Let's get underway. We'll see how it goes. Sorry if I've just blasted you as I figured out my mic was down a bit. So we're away. We've got a decent run out. About 4/10 is a reasonable draft to pass here. Now, the question is, does Grebo go? He's probably entitled to there, but he's got enough of a gap to McLeod behind, and he just tucks in. Line astern we go. What's Snell got for us this time round? He went quite deep under brakes there, grabs a big bit of curb, big bit of grass on exit. I was wondering if he got the slowdown there, but no, he did not. They seem to be a bit more generous with the slowdown there. He don't seem to get it as much. Now he gets it right. Look at that. Beautiful track out. Car straight as they come through the corner. 2 laps too late, Snell. 2 laps too late. Chuck it down a couple. Look at him grabbing a big bit of the apex there. All the track on exit, but McKellar gets a better run. This is a challenge when you're riding real close because it's really hard to time the run. Because I don't want to be passing him here because it really brings both Ben and Hawkland into the braking zone here at Griffins. What do we got? No, we managed to get it sorted. Good communication gets it done on the day. Now, interestingly, Mitch McLeod sitting here in 4th. He is as racy as the day is long. Loves a good battle, but he's sitting there really patiently. He did race. This is, I think, the 3rd race of the Sunday sort of afternoon / evening, and they were all crackers. They were all really good races. I streamed the first couple. One of them I died in, which was my own fault. Thankfully, I didn't take anyone with me, but I think I was in first or second at the time, and it was a 3,400 strength of field, so I was pretty gutted by that. I should mention this is about, I was 31 or 3,200 strength of field, so it was a reasonable quality. I think the strongest field of the week was Sunday Night Lights at about 4,000, which was a great turnout once again for the final race of the season. I mean, the season's been decided and people are still turning out, which was really great. Really appreciate it. Look at Grebo right on the tailpipe there. Inside 3/10 through Forest Elbow there is pretty fine effort. Really good car control. And you can see, you know, the five of us separated by less than a second. That's pretty impressive when you think about it. 5 cars within a second of each other coming down the mountain. That's speaks to the skill of those involved, I think. It wasn't me, I was leading them. I didn't have to worry about all the checkups and all the rest of it. There you go. Grebo gets it pretty clean. A little bit of grass on exit, but nothing to worry about. So on lap 4, about to start lap 5, Grebo. He does a look at that late turn in. It looks like he's going to miss the apex, but he gets it all right. I'll pull out of the draft here. I'm not actually defending, I don't really need to. I just want to time the run a bit better than the last one. Might remember I was a little bit too close and got a good run out. And again, look at that, I'm inside 3/10 on the exit. You just don't want to pass so early. There's the speedy snails beside us. And take the run up again, take the running. Now McLeod again, sitting there patiently, all those 4/10 off Snell. Maybe he's lifting. And we do another lap round. Heading up the hill this time round. Look, I can't tell you, I mean, the laughs we're having on the radio at this point were brilliant. Unfortunately, we lost a couple of our mates in Russell and Beatty, who you can see down the order a bit on the telemetry. But it was a 5-car battle up front. Shy a couple, could have been 8 or 9, you know. But you only race what you get. You only play the cards you dealt, so they say. Look at that Grebstad. I said to him, Norway is where Grebo's from. And I said to him, 2/10 are better than 1 over the top. Because he was sitting a 10th behind me as we were going over the mountain. It had me a bit nervous because him in Norway, me in Australia, of course. Net code's a thing, right? Again, I chucked it into first. And a bit late on the gas, must have been a poor run. So we're on lap 5 now. And I've been up with the big boys for a while. Here comes Mr. Grebo. He's going to go past here, as he should. Snell's about 4/10 behind, interestingly. So not close enough. Just line astern once again. The strategy's pretty simple here. It's not terribly important where you are in the pack at this stage, so long as you're in the lead bunch. And, you know, like I said, 4 of us on Discord communicating well enough. And Mitch was driving, you know, smart as well. Oh, there you go. Grebo stuffed up Murray's that time round. McKellar straight out of the draft. Into the 31s. 31.5 for Devantia. Well played, sir. And you can see Kawabe-san, who's sitting in 6th, a 33.1. Yeah, see, it's about a second off if you don't have this pack racing. There's a little bit better timing of the draft run there. As we go past the speedy star, look now, it's starting to get interesting behind us. They're 2x2 heading into Griffins for the first time. I'm thinking, oh, is Ben going to go up the inside? Is McLeod going to fall? What's going to go on here? Oh, Grebstad left, hung out to dry, and McLeod. That's what I'm talking about. He gets racy and he gets it done. One of the races I did with Mitch earlier in the afternoon. You know, all jokes aside, he sent it up into the chase on the last lap. I was in, I think it was in second, whatever, it doesn't matter. He was leading out of the elbow. I drafted side by side. He got a redraft because I drafted too early. I left in the inside trying to get the drive around the outside, and he sent it, and it was actually a really good move in the end. He held it, and this is the thing, I was counting on him running deep and over, and he held it. I don't think he even touched the grass on the exit, and he got it done. So full marks. You know, if I'd been better positioned, maybe he wouldn't have had the run off, but I was caught between doing, you know, going around the outside, of which I braked too early and didn't carry enough speed, and then doing the over-under. You know, I didn't commit to that enough. So Mitch won it, and it was a good race. You know, full marks to him. Now, here we go. 2 by 2 behind. Mitch has shown his hand already. He wants to lead. But he's boxed in. He's boxed in. And at this stage, I'm hearing the Norwegian choo-choo draft train coming through. I was worried about grass, so I just lifted and pulled out. Well done to Sam behind. He's tucked in behind. He's got a good run through there, but doesn't damage or trouble the rear end of the car. He did cop me once earlier in the week, but we'll let that one go. Just this once. Now we're back in fourth now. That's how to go from first to fourth on Conrod Straight. I said these three up front were a bit racy, Snell, McLeod and Grebstad, and that they are. They just showed it there. All three of them just went straight by me with a little bit of risk and a bit of reward. That's what we were talking about. So we're away now. We're back in P4. Started in second, into fourth now. But still, it's only lap 7, right? So there's plenty of time. And you can see I've even pulled out of the draft there. I'm thinking these three, what are they going to do? Side by side. Had to get out of it. No point there. There was no room and nowhere to go, because 2 by 2 through there is okay. 2 by 2 through the cutting is a recipe for a disaster. You want to be line astern here. Take the outside in line to the apex. Open up the corner as much as you can. Second gear and flat from before the apex if at all possible. That's how you get it done, because out of the cutting here, it's essentially, it may as well be a straight, because you're flat the whole way. You're not lifting until you go into the downhill run through Skyline. You're absolutely flat through here. You can think about, oh, I've had to lift, I'm in draft, just made a liar of myself. The guy in front, he's not lifting one little bit. Look at this. Still these 5 cars, and this is what the racing can be like here. Shuffling the cars in the deck on the straights, and then really pushing the guys in front, trying to find a mistake, trying to break that draft. Look at that, bit of rotation in there. Oi, I'm pretty sure Grebstad hit the wall there. Pretty sure. We get a lot of net codes around this this circuit. I've noticed on street circuits with walls, obviously, Belle Isle, that sort of thing, and here where the walls are right by the circuit, you get a lot of net codes in so much as it looks like a car's tagged the wall and it hasn't. It's an interesting little phenomenon. I'm not sure what it is. Line astern we go. I'm pretty content here. You know, we'll have 3 laps to go when we cross this time round. And I know the 3 in front of me, Snell, McLeod and Grebstad, they are racy as anything. And I figure there's just as much a chance of something happening in front that I've got to be both aware of and ready to take advantage of. Devantia, Sam, the cowboy behind me, he's playing a very patient game as well. I just saw Ash work there in P9, grab a position. Great to see Ash work in these high quality fields, doing so well. He's been working hard this season, if you'll pardon the pun. Unintentional as it was, or are they going to go 3 wide? No. Snell. Oh, McLeod gets it done around the outside. Snell a little bit tentative there, I would have thought. And Grebo did really well just to judge and not make contact. And that's, you know, that as much as anything speaks to the quality of the driving here, right? that there's no contact. We haven't had any X's at all, 0 or otherwise. 8 laps in, or 7.5, and it's all clear sailing. Maybe a little bit of contact on the wall, but that's been about it, only through pushing hard. And you can see still, right, top 5 separated by a second. Even 7.5 in, decent effort. I said going into this race, you know, anything over a 3k strength of field, and I seem to struggle to survive because the quality goes up, the packs get bigger, and I don't know if I'm just a bit too tentative or what it is. I just struggle and I end up dying. Usually I get hit in the rear because I've lifted to let someone in and hasn't been expected. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so I was a bit nervous going into this one. Pace was pretty good throughout the week, actually. Had enough to match it with these guys. As we see Snell, oh, Grebo, is he going to make it? Nah, he lifted. He lifted, he thought about making it 3 wide. Look at that elastic band of draft, sucked me right back into it. And there you go, McLeod. Oh, he's run wide again, but that generous off track there with no slowdown. I swear in seasons gone by that was easy slowdown there. 2 tyres on the grass like that. I think they've relaxed it a bit at a couple of tracks actually. I'm thinking, I'm trying to think Zolder was one where I thought they relaxed the slowdowns a little bit. Even Spa, I thought they were a little bit more generous. As we head through Hill Corner again. Snell using every bit of the track and more. Oh, there we go. And I think this is the call on the radio from Snell was Mitch has left him to hang out to dry. As we see Grebstack go, oh, look at this little squeezy through he goes. Just gets there and then Snell looking to follow him. Oh, now, here we go. McKellar backs off, looking to get the run. What's this? Oh, don't come across on me, Mitch. He didn't. You know, I looked at the replay afterwards and he left a car width and I filled every bit of it, let me tell you. I thought my front left was going to hit the side pod there, but no, he did well. He actually positioned the car really well. There was just enough room for me to fit in there without clipping the curb in any substantial way that kicked me out into him. So, you know, I was pretty happy with my effort to get through there okay, but Mitch judged that really well. Because I looked at the replay and I was actually a long way back. I just set the corner up on the racing line, whereas he had quite a compromised run, and that's he's done quite well there actually to leave enough room, be aware of me coming in, even though I was quite a ways back. And again, Devantier just being patient behind. Meanwhile, we've dropped Kawabe-san. He's about 6.5 seconds off the lead. And we're on lap 9. Gee, it's gone quick. White flag about to be unfurled. I'm starting to think it might be time to go. So I got a good run out. Unlike Mitch, he's usually, you know, the best downhill run you'll ever see. Here we go, 2x2 through the kink. I lifted. Where's your courage, mate? And then look at the big brakes on the inside there. And again, Devantier had to check up and doesn't tag me. McLeod, look at that, he makes 2 spots out of that. That's what I mean, the bloke consented in that little part of the track, can't he? Alright, here we go. This is where all the chips are laid on the table. Mitchell once again trying to time that run. I left a bit of a gap to try and get the run. Didn't quite get the exit I wanted. You can see the gap opening rather than closing. Got Sam right behind me. As the gap's now starting to close. I'm nowhere for here. I'm thinking, oh, these 3, what's going to go on? What's going to go on? I was worried about Sam, but he was sitting right back. I lifted very early there. Devantier closing in. Oh, they're not going to go 2x2 in the cutting. It's not worth it. Again, Sam patiently waiting his turn. Look, the front three really is where you want to be for this. So I'm not in the best position. I've been a little bit tentative, but I still had in the back of my mind something might happen between these three up front, and they were the guys who do like to race. And I'm not even going to say elbows out. They love to race hard and fair, from what I've seen. And look at that, even checked up. I think Mitch might have clipped the wall there, if I'm honest, and the whole train checked up. Oh, I've just seen Ash hit the pits. That's a shame. Alright, this is where it counts. Again, look at the gap. The little gap that Mitch has opened up. 4/10. That's a winning margin here if he gets the exit of the elbow right. Oh, he missed the apex. Oh, he stuffed it. He's about to get gobbled up, I think. Here we go on the run down. Devant is, you know, three cars deep. You get the run, particularly on Mitch, who's now defending. He's not blocking. He's doing a good job. Oh, 3 wide through the kick. Surely not. Yes, we do. 3 wide through the kick. Grabs a bit of the grass. Oh, look at the biggest netcode you've ever seen. A cent, McLeod. I've just lined up the run. Snell comes across the cover, but no, he's got the spotter's call. I'm right up the inside here. What do we got? Oh, I can't break as deep as I want. And Snell, he's done what Snell does at the final quarter and lost the rear of the car, P2. I'll take it. I'll take it. Well done, folks. That was a top race and a lot of fun. Grebstad takes it out. And Keller grabs a sneaky second place there just by trying to line up what we could. Snell hung on for third. Devantia, a little too patient in the end. He's finished 4th. Kawabe's son grabs himself a top 5. McLeod dropping down the order like a stone. You can see his car bounce like it was on a trampoline or it had launched off something. Big netcode there. Unfortunate that the race ended that way for Mitch, but you know, 3 wide through there. Tough stuff to get right, but you know, is what it is. It's an unfortunate part of online racing when we had such fun, you know. Such a shame. Excuse me. We're running up the hill now to the traditional post-race jump. I've got Kawabe's son tucked in behind me. He's telling me, "Oh, can you teach me how to do it? Oh, siete kudasai, sensei." That sort of thing. He's a good fella, Kawabe son. He does some great videos, actually. He puts out one for Sunday Night Lights each week, post-race in 4K. I can't quite live up to those standards, but I thought this one was worth sharing anyway. So we'll finish in a minute or two with the jump. I want to thank the guys I was racing with, that's for sure. I had great fun. And the reason I post this one, as I say, is because it's the most fun I've had in a long time in the race, and it was just a ton of fun. A lot of laughs on the radio and all the rest of it. It was a lot of fun. We only got half of it because we didn't have the radio chat from Discord, but it's good racing nonetheless, and pretty typical of what you can see here at Bathurst. But as we wait for the stragglers to come along, I think we were waiting for Beatty or excuse me, waiting for one more to come. There he is. Here we go, and we're away down the mountain for one last time. It's kind of the closing ceremony for the season, really. The season finished here at Bathurst this week. Massive season. Congrats to Manu Luketa for taking out Sunday Night Lights and the official season. And speaking of racy, here comes Snell. Snell down the outside. Here he goes. I wondered if he wanted a bit of a bump draft over the top. Surely this will work perfectly, won't it? I had to take the hands off the wheel. The old direct drive, not so good for the wrist there. But anyway, folks, thanks for watching. That was one of the more enjoyable races I've had in a long time. Check us out on the Top Split on Sunday nights, and hopefully we'll see you there soon. Till next time, ciao for now.